Give it up for yourselves. Woo! Give it up for that person leaving. What the fuck was her problem? I wanted to ask her, but she left. I have a serious question. Can a woman's vagina make ice cream? I'm literally that uneducated about women's bodies. Like, is that a thing? Okay. So I like to watch interviews with rappers on YouTube. I saw a great interview with the rapper Snoop Dogg recently, and the interviewer asked him, they were like, Snoop, what's the biggest difference between groupies in the 90s and groupies today? And Snoop said, well, in the 90s, all of our groupies were women, because if a man showed up, we beat his ass. But in 2023, some of our groupies are men now, and we can't beat them up anymore because gay people have rights. And I thought that was an interesting commentary on how far gay rights have come in this country in the past 30 years. But I'm mostly just really impressed with the gay guy that goes to the Snoop Dogg concert and tries to fuck Snoop Dogg. That's the most gangster gay guy on earth. That's the gay Rosa Parks. But I was raised in a family that was like very liberal and understanding about that stuff. In fact, when I was 7 years old, I had a cat named Phyllis. And when Phyllis died, my parents didn't want to tell me that Phyllis died, so they just bought me another cat that looked just like Phyllis. But they couldn't find a female cat that looked like Phyllis, so they bought me a male cat, and they told me that Phyllis was tired of being a girl, and she wanted this exchange operation, and now her name is Philip, and I need to respect her decision. And I was 7 years old, and I believed them, because I didn't know any better. But the fucked up thing is, my parents just never told me the truth after that, so I just grew up with that lie in my head. And then I moved to Brooklyn, and I live in Bushwick, and I'm out at a bar one night, and I'm talking to a very pretty girl, and things are going well, and I think like, well, maybe this could turn into something, and she seemed like she was into me, but she goes, before this continues, I just have to let you know that I was not born a woman. I'm a male to female transgender person. I started transitioning 4 years ago. I'm pre-op, and I just thought you should know that so you can decide whether you want to continue talking to me, because I know that some guys are not into that. And I wanted to show how like liberal and understanding I was, so I was like, hey dude, it's cool. My cat was trans. And then I started telling her the story of Phyllis. But this was the first time I've told this story since I was a little kid, and as I'm telling it, I realized that my parents lied to me, and that's probably not what happened. Like, how would Phyllis even tell my parents it wanted a sex change operation? And who's this weird doctor in the 90s making fake cat dicks? So this nice lady in Bushwick is having an emotional moment because she just confessed something really big to me, and she doesn't know how I would react. I might leave her, I might even act crazier than that, but I'm having an emotional moment because I just realized my cat died. I'm not the same cat as Phyllis. I was like, I just really hate my mom right now. Bushwick is a weird place. There's a lot of unique things that happen there that probably happen nowhere else in the country. Like, I was in the gym the other day, and I was waiting to do squats, and the guy that was using the rack was like, hey, you want to just work in with me? And I was like, no, I'm going to be doing way less weight than that, so I'll just wait till you're done. And I'm just standing there looking at him, and then after a few minutes, the guy goes, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm really big into energy, and your heart chakra is pointed right at me, so I was wondering if you could just point it somewhere else. And that's some gentrification ass shit, because you couldn't say that to another man in public in Bushwick 20 years ago. But now, it's fucking Brooklyn, the weirder person always wins. Like, I didn't have a weirder comeback than that, so I just had to turn away. I later thought of a weirder comeback, which was, I would have been like, oh, it's okay. I've been practicing magic for 6 years, and I can actually control my heart chakra, and I've directed it towards the transcendent realm, not at the squat rack, so I'm just gonna keep staring at you if that's okay. I love Brooklyn. What else do I got? It's weird because even though there's so many really liberal, progressive people, there's also still a lot of racists in New York City. Like, I was on the C train, and this old lady sitting next to me just turns to me and goes, you're not gonna hijack this train, are you? And I had to say, what kind of dumbass terrorist would hijack a train? Where the fuck would I take it? If you hijack a bus or a plane, you can take it wherever you want, but if you hijack a train, you have to stay on the track. Does you think I'm gonna call the police and be like, hello, I hijacked the train. I have 15 hostages. If you do not meet my demands by 5 I'm not stopping at Times Square. Everyone's gonna have to catch a cab. Okay, well, sorry, this is so rude. I had my phone out. What else? Oh, do you guys remember a few years ago there was a epidemic of clown attacks?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? It was like, yeah, it was like such a big deal that, this is true, McDonald's stopped using Ronald McDonald as a mascot because it was such a big deal. And I actually had a friend that got really freaked out about that. And she was like, Sam, what do you think it is? Do you think it's real clowns or people dressed as clowns? I was like, what the fuck is a real clown? Explain to me what a real clown is. Okay, what else? I really want to talk about that girl. What happened? Is that your friend?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're disowning her. That's a good loyal friend. Attractive friend just going to the night of Brooklyn fucked up by herself.
I know her a little bit.
A little bit, okay. Y'all are weird. Okay. Does anybody have any comments or questions? Any topics you want to talk about? I have a question for the guys here. Here's a question for the guys. Gentlemen, has your girlfriend or wife ever cheated on you with a guy that was so much better looking than you and had so much more money than you that you're actually a little bit proud of her? Like when I was in college, my girlfriend went to a John Mayer concert and she knew the promoter, and the promoter got her to actually meet John Mayer, and long story short, my girlfriend cheated on me with John Mayer. But she felt really, it was. But she felt really bad about it, so she came and confessed it to me, and she was like crying, and she felt really bad. And I was trying to feel bad too, because that's what you're supposed to do when your girlfriend cheats on you, but I couldn't feel bad because I was so impressed. I was a huge John Mayer fan. I literally had his CD in my car at the time. So I was like, you're gonna have to tell me all the details. And I was like, you're not pregnant, are you? Because if you were, that would be fucking awesome. I would love to raise John Mayer's baby. That baby would support me. Alright. How much time do I have?
Minus 10 seconds. 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay, thank you. I literally did not come with enough comedy tonight. I was planning on yelling at that girl the whole time.
Surf story.
No, I can't do it. Sorry. This is my friends. I know my stories, and they think stand-up comedy is I just tell embarrassing things about my life in public. Shit, fuck. I'll just do another story about an interview I saw on YouTube. So I was watching an interview with this dude. Oh, and this is the lesson I learned from this interview. White people really hate it when you call them racist. Because I'm watching an interview with the serial killer, Jeffrey Dahmer, and it's a creepy interview because he's being very honest about everything. He's like, yeah, I killed all those people, and I have an irresistible urge to murder, rape, kidnap, and eat people, and if you let me out, I would do it again, and the proper punishment for me is to execute me on the electric chair so that my soul goes to hell forever. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. That's very honest and deep. And then the interviewer said, you know, Jeffrey, a lot of your victims were black, and you would actually go to black nightclubs looking for people to kill, so a lot of people have hypothesized that there was a racial element to your killing. And Jeffrey Dahmer goes, now you better watch yourself. I am not racist.